how many, or which has the largest number of deployments in the world? A toilet or a smartphone? It's amazing. You know, in Africa, people have smartphones because the new infrastructure they have no toilets, they have no food, they have no means of living. But they have a Google phone, which is HTC, because the United Nations supports them and they have the infrastructure. These guys, they have 3G phone before North America. We were stuck in the ISDN network, if you understand the history of the technology, while other people have smartphones because they have 3G. They have no landline, but they have 3G. So if you use constant content or Infusionsoft or any of these particular technologies which are tracking your visitors, you will see a field, the source of interaction or the source of access. If you watch this for yourself, I know for our technology, for our Win Your brand, around 86% of access we have through mobile devices, either iPad, iPhone, or whatever. So when you try to pick up a template, make sure the template will work on mobiles, because the older template which has the sliders may not be mobile friendly.
So when I look at Google Analytics, can I tell how many, and I can see the number of people when I look at Google Analytics to see how many people have visited my website, can I see mobile access versus desktop access?
Okay, I will modify the question to be correctly. You know guys, we are friends, okay, and we're terminating this friendship tomorrow. So we'll go and fight after this, but I will rephrase the question. When I look to the report of access, which is generated by the Google Analytics tool, inside this report, you will find data represent the source of interaction, of the source of the traffic. And sometimes I tell you it's iOS, it's Samba or whatever or it's Microsoft Mobile, or it's a regular computer, or it's Apple. So some of the fields will go to specific operating system of the device. Okay, so it can tell you Android for Google operating system, or it's Microsoft, or it's iOS.
There, okay.
Okay. So all of this information are available. So please, if you consider using the sliders or the slideshow on your website, make sure the slideshow is on your mobile, because one of my websites does not have it, and I was lazy enough not to change it because I have too many of them. This is one more advice you should. Yes.
So the slideshow, would you make it on?
The slideshow, when you go to if you have your back end of your WordPress, there is something called the appearance. Under this appearance, you will find the theme. And if you click on this theme, you will find here something called slider. On this slider, you will find fields where you can put images, just call images, and text. In ours, it asks us for 3 phrases. So if anybody is willing to pick up on his, go to winyourbrand.com. John is not here, so I cannot. If you go to winyourbrand.com, you will see the slide. You will see what I mean. It's okay. It's okay. Just this putting. Okay. So you see there are some images coming in, words or phrases coming in, and then you have 2 call for actions. Okay. I'm just turning this one on. Here's look means. We can bring it here, so. We promise we'll still continue the other exercise for the handbook, but I'm trying to, my role here is trying to serve you, so wherever you see the survey can go, and but we still continue the main learning of the whole exercise, because I believe you will experience something different this time. Yes, yes.
That text that Google turns into metadata, can you, if for some reason it's just not getting the right word, can you edit that and say,
I will answer this. So, because there are so many people, like the people we hang around with, which they call them what? Digital marketer. And there are so many SEOs who SEO'd our life and your life. We know for a fact that Google is trying to filter out the information which is not authentic, which is not original. So they do know people playing tricks to be highly ranked on Google. So when you put keywords which are not relevant to your content or your quality of pages, with the time Google will realize that there is a diverse information. So Google will rank your own page. And the way Google will rank your own page and match it with your metadata, if they are in harmony, you are high. Which one is the original content or original metadata you can get? It's from my video. So, okay, let's get to when your brand. When your brand.
Keep talking.
Sure.
I'm just
So
we're
when
gonna talk nice to this computer.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a good computer, man. So when Google will extract the connection of your audio, what will happen? Google will trust this content. Now, if there are some words like Sean and Sean, like there are few vocabulary of them, the way to influence them is when you write everywhere, you write Sean, S-H-E-W. So Google at that time will realize it's Sean. So this is what we have playing it here. And it should take about a few seconds for the slideshow to show up.
Talk nice.
Okay.
To the operator or the machine?
Too long, I'm gone.
Happy thoughts, happy energy.
Otherwise, you can bring my other baby. You can bring my computer from outside. Okay. So this is a style of the slideshow. Okay. One more. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Job seeker. Are you a job seeker? Are you interested now to look at the next one? How many of the crowd here is interested
That's
to?
a slideshow.
This is what we call a slideshow.
This is the WordPress feature, though.
This is a template inside WordPress.
Yeah.
And this template is where you have to pay $600 and $1,000. There is no such thing called website for $5,000.
Yeah.
That does not exist. If somebody will come and tell you, I will give you a good website for $5,000, it does not exist. Our professional websites are $50,000 to $100,000. We cannot afford $50,000 to $100,000. We learn the tricks. You take this trick or this tip or whatever directions you have here, you can buy a cheaper template and do it yourself. Or if you connect with our program, we have this template because we are not reseller, but because we develop these particular technologies, we are allowed to give it to people to use them as long as some conditions. So here is you have the slideshow. You have different options. You can have 2 different call for actions. There are a few other tips, like for example, you need to have your sign up for newsletter. And if you have the new computer, this all will come compressed. You need to have call for action. So there are a few features here, and these features will work out with any website. Now, I want to get you another.
It's mobile friendly.
This is a yeah. We are the branding company.
Good.
I will show you one which is mine. This one is a little bit heavier, so it will take some time because it has images. And we meant to have it on a slow machine because we want to make you to understand and feel how this will go. So on this one, you can see the slideshow. It will be a little bit slower because it has images. These are images, high played images. Okay? And there are some areas where we have videos. And you have here a chat now, where if I have Tuple open, I can chat with you online. So whoever running a business and you want to do it, we have a virtual, sorry, it was Pony. When you said I have a virtual business, who said I have a virtual office? Yeah, so when you said I have a virtual office, people can chat with you now. What you need on your machine is to have Tuple interface. And this Tuple, you can download it for free. But people can chat with you. Yes, sir.
Spell that.
Here, twoople.com.
So these websites are made with WordPress, like in WordPress.
I made it in about 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
So you recommend WordPress among?
I don't recommend.
Oh.
Google owns a big stake in WordPress.
Okay.
Like, there are YouTube, and there are Vimeo, and some other stuff. There are more than 15, 20 better than YouTube platforms, technically better. Which platform would our video on? If we select one, it will be YouTube. Why? Because YouTube is owned by Google. How do I examine my Google extraction for my audio track? Using the YouTube, because Google will not allow you to examine your audio track. So when you do this, how many audio tracks can you have? You can have your audio book, you can have your welcoming, you can have your radio station, you can have your radio advertise, you have your podcast. You can build so many of them and you enter rank high. So you can see how many of you will be interested and want to see what's the next image. How many of you don't want to see me and their eye will peak with intention to say, I want to know what's happening next. Okay? The other one, I can show you a few more, but these are some of the little things. And if you look at the top, they call me coach, sorry.
There you go, you like that word after all.
The target for this particular one is to rank high who while Badawi. So this is the target of this one. So I start with my name. What I am doing? I am a coach. I'm an international speaker, award-winning author, successful entrepreneur, innovator, mentor, arbiter, counselor. All of these messages are coming because I want to be ranked. It's very interesting if I move some of these a little bit here, and you can examine what will happen within a week or two.
On rankings.
Oh yeah, it's very interesting. This particular site has about 280 some blogs, have been created in about 2 weekends, 4 days. And we're going online, 4 blogs every day automatically. It has also a membership account. It has all my publications. And it has my publications as content. So I have the publication, you can go to the URL, you can go to the IEEE link. It has also my patents as content. So why I do that? I link you to USPTO and CIPO, but I also put my patent content inside. So when Google comes and see, they find lots of organic keywords. All of these are organic keywords. Okay? It doesn't take much. If you have your business website here, which is when your brand, and you link from this to this and this to that, you have 2 websites. So whoever here have a business website, does not have a personal website, you left half of the meal outside your game. Okay? These ideas will work. People may try to oppose it because they want to get your money for SEO and not SEO. But when they SEO'd my life, I made this and I'm so proud of it. If you have time, I can show you 7 like it. And the 7 I did in less than 5 minutes. Because if you go to the back end, there is a way to import, export. You can export the whole content. You go to the other one, you pick up a different template. You put few other images, different sizes. And here you go. Import the old content. Now we have a duplications of the same material. And they link to each other in a way so Google will understand that you have a breadth of information. Yes, sir.
Just
question, is there a reason for the off-coloring view or anything?
Yeah.
What do you mean off color what?
Like that it's a different color from the rest of it?
This one?
Yeah.
Yes, there is a reason. And the reason is exactly the reason for you to ask your question. Because now you memorize what?
Oh, how to spell it properly.
How to spell it properly.
Right, okay.
I have some other websites where I write Wire in a color and Badawi in a different color. So if you have two names, or Win Your Brand. If you look at Win Your Brand, you will see we do Win Your Brand as different colors. So if you don't have a space, problem, you can use two different colors. But I was branding myself. Okay, there's very few people are crazy enough to do crazy stuff, and they can afford doing crazy stuff. But I was branding myself. And when I did this website, it was not that much pretty at the beginning. If you assume this is a pretty one. And then what I did the very first design, I didn't like it. I sent it over to my network. Even if you go to Win Your Brand, if you go to facebook.com/winyourbrand, which is our Facebook page, you will see we run questions, say which book has the better cover, which you like better, this one or this one. So when I do this stuff, I send it to my network. They go, oh, we have an English mistake here. I said, no problem. I fix it. Thank you guys. You know what? I will give you my ebook. And I fix it. And then I go back to my network and say what? I appreciate so-and-so said, give me a positive comment, and I fix it. Can you guys check it again? What I am doing, sir? I am not showing them I'm dumb. I am showing them that I care about them and they care now about me. Okay? Very simple strategy. Does not take much. And if you think it hurts your business, people will forget. Yes, ma'am.
You said that you have many different websites.
Yep.
So how do you manage all the different, like about domain names? You have like maybe 7, 8 domain names. That
Yes, I have some crazy number of domain names.
So how do you like make sure you don't forget to pay your annual?
Oh no, they do have their own notifications. They tell you how much you can. But let me try to show you another one. Show you. So, for example, if you go here, I think this one, because there are some people who one time I went to renew my passport in Egypt, and I write name Badawi was Y, and the officer said no, the renewal one came with I. So I went to him, my family name is Y. I said no, the right spelling for your family name is I. I told him, I have an I-20 visa, I have F1 visa, I'm in the US, I'm a student. I have all of these IDs from the US at the time. And all of them Badawi was Y. The guy said, no, sir, your name spelled correctly with I. It's my name. Okay? So that's why I own Badawi.ca. And if you see here, wirebadawi.com/badawi.ca with I, this is a different set of blog. This information are the same as the original one. And this is what I was talking to you about in the morning, that you can do multiple subdomains over specific providers. I pay $5 for only Badawi.ca, and I use them to route to this particular website. In this particular URL, wirebadawi.com, it has a different website. And this is how a blog will look like. And this one also will have a different set of sliders. It takes some time to download because there's something in the middle you should download. So if you have work paper, if you have position paper, if you have material, they should come like this. These all are my publications. And I love this one. Your Broken Promise, it speaks about you. The HSM we talk about outside is these papers, right? Hierarchical Adaptive Structure Mesh for Efficient. And Sandmark and the Place and Company, these are free material. You can republish yourself. And these are different areas. Sometimes you cannot do much. So basically, you can get an image of the first page of the actual blog. One more. This one.
Is that scrolling feature on the top another?
This is the part. This part of the templates. When you buy a website, you recommend to get the .com, .ca, .net, .org, .info. You see this poor guy?
Priest?
Okay, this is one of the early ones. And these all are managed by the templates. And this is the trick here where you have the black and the red. And this image is high exposed because they were taken at Banff. At Calgary. And here you can see it's author, entrepreneur, inventor, mentor. These are what I'm doing. Sometimes you can put your values. But how many of you would like to, oh, what will be next? So you are now watching this, right? Imagine how many times I speak and you guys try to steer back to me, don't want to steer to the screen. And when I start to talk, you go back to the screen. This specific reaction, what do you need from your audience or your online media? Everything is the same. You have the call for action. You have the award, the credentials, the publication. Everything in the back is the same. It has the membership. Everything is the same. It's just an easy transition for what you can do. And here there are some other activities you can look at as well. And these are the top blogs. Oh, I can show you something here. And this is the number of shares. So any of this blog, when it goes, it will have initial presence in all of these. And this also people can share them as well. So when I push a blog, I don't use HotSuite or any of these tools, because Google will know it's HotSuite. I use HotSuite for only one thing, if I want to tweet about Donald Trump and CNN. Because when Trump be on the screen, there is a hype in the US to follow his information. So at a certain point, with his second appearance on CNN, I got W Badawi tweet, which is my tweet handle, to be ranking on the Twitter as high tweet follower numbers. Start to be seen, because what I was doing, I was sitting there taking image of Donald Trump on the CNN, taking his verbiage, put it as tweet. I was trending on Twitter. Why I did that, I was trending on Twitter. It's my personal one. Nobody has problem with my personal one. When I start to trend, I became a trend. Everybody goes to Badawi.ca because Badawi.ca is part of my signature on Twitter. Every single tweet I do, it goes. The whole circle will. Okay? There are little tips, does not hurt. You may don't want to do it with your business. That's why you always need a personal brand and a business presence. And if you don't like Donald Trump too much, tweet on him, and when Hillary comes, tweet on her, and when Sanders comes, tweet on him. And if you like Ted Cruz, you are real Canadian because you love him because he's Canadian, tweet on him as well. Tweet on the four of them. What's your goal of tweeting? It's not support. It's to grab the traffic, to have more visibility.
But it has to be a line of sight back to your business website.
The way I do it on my tweets, this is not my, because I have all my passwords on my personal computer recorded, so when you do your own tweet, you put usually in your signature your URL or your website, or even if your website links to it. So there are so many mechanisms you can do that. Okay? It will be interesting to tell you that I do have an image of my mailbox because I got Hillary and Chelsea and Bill Clinton sending me emails on single days to get me to vote for some stuff. Although I'm Canadian. Because the amount of intervention I was doing at the personal level with all of these campaigns. There are also a few techniques, we can talk about it later, where how you can motivate your network. If you have 5,000 or 3,000 or some number of followers on Facebook or LinkedIn, how you can motivate them to interact with your content, even if your content are nothing. Okay? Any questions so far? So if you want to use your video, you can use your video within this particular information. So do you want to go back to the workbook? So last time we end up with page 35. Do you want to give the
38, the last page, last page is 38. Okay,
Yep, so
No, 43 actually.
43.
Last page is 43.
43.
But we only wrote into page. Yeah, we only actually did 38.
So we will start today with, we will skip a little bit over the passion. You can do this as homework, and if you have questions, you can connect with me. It basically gets into your passion and how to link your passion to your business. So right now on this particular module, it's called Build Your Brand and Make an Impact. And when we try to establish our brand, we establish a giving back model. I know we would like to make money. We would like to retire rich at age of 30, 40, 20, 100, whatever age.
Too late.
But we always try to say it is a giving back. So giving back is an outward expression of your values, passion, purpose, and provides an opportunity to demonstrate your own strengths. It's good for the society, to empower and inspire for you and those will influence, and is an important part of successful branding. In this exercise, you will identify the philanthropic option that will make most of you for you. So in page number 45, we say you need to clarify your strengths, values, passion, and purpose gives you directions and criteria to say yes and what to say no when you face with many opportunities and requests will encounter over lifetime. Let the work you have done at this point on your branding journey be your guide to choosing how you will use your time. So if you have time and you want to give back, I want to use this giving back opportunity to one of the following. So the drill right now, you should say yes or no. Showcase a strength, develop a new skill, align my values, employ my passion, fulfill my purpose. So if you do have time, which one of these you will say yes or no to it? Please take your pen, and in front of each one on the line say either yes or no.
We choose one. That's all. Just two one. Okay, so pick one. Pick one that you want. Go fill in for the option. Two. So for me, I think a 4 for max. Because right now, that's where I'm going.
Guys, I made this guy to pay back because yesterday they gave the wrong presentation to me. I tricked him today. I gave him to do something for me, and I told him when you don't give me the stick, and it was only saved on my computer, not the stick. So I scared him today. I'm winner, man.
You were lucky that I noticed.
I am winner, man.
You would have had the wrong file.
Okay, so let's share now. Anybody wants to share?
On which one we picked?
Yes, and let's discuss it. How many sees value in the group discussion?
Oh, absolutely.
That's right. Yes, answer.
For me, one of them that I chose was to fulfill my purpose.
What make you choose to fulfill your purpose?
Growing up, I've always been taught, like in church and that type of thing, I've always been taught that you're here for a purpose.
Yeah.
So there's no better way I feel there's no better way to give back than using it to fulfill your purpose and to help others as well.
And this is actually my fundamental belief because I was raised also in a religious environment. So it's always good to give back. And people who don't believe in religion,
Why are we here?
they give them the universe and they give back. So we are right now. We are on the right side. Giving back is our Anyone else wants to share? John, and then we have Nicole, and we have.
So I picked the same one, fulfill my purpose, because that's where I am right now with play at creation.
Okay. Okay, how many select fill my purpose? Let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Nicole?
I checked 4, but the 2 biggest ones for me are showpiece of strength and develop a new skill.
Show, case, your skill. Why did you select show, case, or skill?
Because it's what I want to share with others.
Sorry, showcase
A strength.
a strength. Sorry.
And develop a skill.
Because I want to share communication, what I've learned about technical writing with others.
How many select show a strength as well? 1, 2, only 3, 4. Okay. Someone select something different? You want to get Rick?
Okay, so I chose employment passions because every time I help somebody or I basically give them some direction, I feel a great sense of, it talks about fulfillment here too, but that's actually my passion is to help other people and help them get what they want. And when I talk to people and I'm doing training myself, I feel a lot of self-satisfaction by doing that, and that's fulfilling my passion.
Thank you.
I help people.
Thank you. And just Rick was not here. Rick is a good friend of me and John, and he's coming us to give us support. So we appreciate you coming us to support on it. Who else select employee my passion? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my God. But I used to be in the vote, and I was to count votes. This is how we count votes in the election.
You're showing your age.
Okay, so who select align my value? Okay, Bonnie, do you want to tell us why?
I'm not sure why. I think, stand up.
Practice, yes.
I don't know, I like I say, I wasn't exactly sure why, but I think, you know, just wanted to show my values out to who's ever looking at sort of my website type of thing, share my values.
Okay. And the last one, develop a new skill. Who select develop a new skill? Only 2. Delina, do you want to share? If you feel scared of talking on the microphone or the video after you practice outside,
Out anyway.
Do it anyway.
I just developed a skill because
you always end up doing something that you didn't expect. So it's like you're discovering something, and you may even discover something, oh, like I actually like this, like I like teaching, or I like speaking, or something that you didn't know before.
Yeah, and I would love to stress on speaking. Why we stress on speaking? Because Marcel doesn't like public speaking.
I put the orange shirt on so that you can pick easy on me. This is call for action, you know, right?
Because right now, actually, orange is voted of the best selected color for call for action.
Yes, and it's Frank Sinatra said it's the happiest color.
Yep.
Look at
Yep.
my face.
But we don't listen to Frank Sinatra anymore. Okay, so this basically shows the demographic of who is here and what exactly we selected. And remember, we have Rick as a visitor, so we are one more than the original number. So, yes,
Just one more question. Wasn't the task to just pick one?
no, the task was actually to mark yes or no to which one of them.
Then, yeah. Good.
But my experience is 1/3 is what you said in the morning. 1/3 is you lose, and 1/3 you win, and 1/3 you want to move, win or lose. That's right. My experience when you talk to a crowd, 1/3 of them will make that what they follow you. Another 1/3 they will not. They will get lost, and the other 1/3 will do the opposite. So. And maybe Anthony, if he talk about the university, it might be different. In a classroom, it's the same. It's always 1/3 will be interested, 1/3 they want a time to pass by, and 1/3 will bug you. So, if we move to page 46, and we still use the same practice for what we did before, we want to dig deeper to connect back to the work we just completed. If you talk about, you want to showcase a strength, which strengths you would like to showcase, or which strength, which skill was missing that you would like to build? Ten seconds. So, can we, anyone wants to share? Anyone volunteer to share? Yes, Christian.
So what I would like to showcase is the compassion. And what I would like to build is public speaking.
Oh my God!
I'll join you.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Join me, I know a good
I want to do
Toastmasters
this.
group.
Okay. Any? Oh, Anthony.
One that I just, something I was missing that I actually just found out I enjoy was like speaking out and like the camera stuff we just did. Like I actually really enjoyed that. The only thing was that, yeah, I was really nervous.
Being on camera. Wow. Actually, you are different than anybody else, as we know, and you recognize it, right? Because you still your career age, where you start, and stuff like that. I am surprised that you talk about this because I have, he might come tomorrow with me, I have an Adam, not the first Adam, but I have an Adam 10 years old. And I always ask him not to do video camera in our house because we have a private areas we don't want to show. We have private living rooms, we don't like to see that. You know, like every house when you have the kitchen. And you know, as a male cooking, I love to cooking for what? Because I make all the dishes and pots dirty for my wife to wash. This is my mission in life, you know, to get her. So I'm surprised that as a new generation, yes,
You can talk like that because she's not here today.
yeah, she's not here today. I have freedom today, and you promised not to show her the videos, okay?
But who tweeted that?
Who tweeted that? I didn't tweet that. No.
No, so we have in the young generation using a camera and flipping a phone to take a video or take an image. We saw the impact on CNN. We saw the impact of this officer beating this guy, of any abuse of stuff. We saw stuff we never believed that someone would be able to take a snapshot of it and make it through the media. So I am like the coming age, people don't have this fear. Like even I have to pay $50 for PlayStation Plus because in PlayStation they can talk to each other. And their classroom actually after they go to home they have dinner and all the kids are playing in the virtual space PlayStation games, which is unique. So, okay, any more sharing?
Okay, the strength I like to showcase myself on, and I really enjoy doing this, is find out what people want and showing them how to get it. And by that I mean there's basically a series of questions when I'm talking to people, find out what are the real goals are, what the challenges are getting there, and how important that is to them, and then showing them how to get that themselves. That's what I really enjoy doing. I think that's my strength.
So finding needs, goals, and objectives.
Showing them how to get it.
Okay. What missing the skill?
Implementation sometimes, and we'll read that, and you can work on that more.
So if Rick has an issue with implementation, it classify him as what type of person he is. He is not feet. Because in feet, we learn in feet what will be details on implementation. So it's either gut or heart or brain. Head, heart, brain, head, heart, gut, or feet. Any more sharings? Nicole?
Sure. Thank you. For this, I use technical writing as my skill strength that I want to showcase and build. So I feel comfortable with it, but I have a whole lot to learn.
Okay, one tip for you and Mitch.
Yep.
Can both of you write a blog, the top 5 mistakes when you hire a wrong or a bad technical writer. The top 5 mistakes hiring a technical writer. Something along this line. And articulate there what is the suffering of everybody, or what's the experience of everybody when I hire a ghost writer or a ghost book writer and I'm not happy with my technical writing, and what you do in your passion, in your life, in your field to fix it. Give examples, write the blog, it will be 6 to 7 paragraphs. You put it on Pulse if you don't have a blog website, and tell me, share it with us, and tomorrow each one has his own computer, will try to build the network for sharing, and at that time we can, you can see what people will say for you. The top 5 mistakes, writing, hiring a technical writer. And you sign at the end, I am a technical writer. It will give you lots.
I've never hired one, so I have no idea how to screw it.
Oh, if you say that,
Yeah.
you are not in competing in the market.
Yeah.
Because you cannot stand out against your competitor. If I don't, we do know for business coaches why people don't hire business coaches. Sorry, business coaches. Sorry. Ellie will be friends, okay?
More than one business coach.
Oh, there's Rick came especially for me, so it's a bigger problem. Any last sharing? We need to have at least. Oh, do you have any missing skills?
Any what?
Missing skills?
Selling myself.
Selling myself. Last strengths, any contribution? Saru?
I had the same as Rick.
Okay. Morgan, Sam? Okay.
Everybody getting shy.
What's happening, guys?
Alex?
We have been-
Alex is back with the camera.
Oh!
We need to jump up and down. It's an hour
So-
after lunch.
This is how we show our strengths. How to work on our missing strengths. What are the techniques? Join a master group. Education means learning. Or hire somebody who can do it. That's right. This is a learning of yesterday. Okay? We want to move to the next question, which will be values. It talks about which causes might connect with the values that were top of your list. Remember, in the exercise before, we talked about values. So we want to here to say which cause will link you to giving back that connect with your own values.
You're winning? He's not gonna share. Okay, he just. I shared Bill, I'm not gonna share.
So explain that question.
We had a previous exercise where they talk about their passion and their values. So we talk here about you will be giving back. So what was in your values, in your core values as a human, drive you to give back? So what cause might connect with the values that were the top of your list? Because in the, we have like, this is number 6, exercise, 6 exercise. So please find the cause that connect with your values that will drive you to connect back. I know for John. I know John. I know your cause, man.
You know what it's gonna be, yeah?
This time.
This John. If you are done, you can move to the next page. It talks about passion. What type of causes or organization might connect with the rules passion you have been identified? And then you have the purpose, which will say what might move you toward your internal vision for the future. And at the end, you say what is your goal of a career or a job would you like to have in the next 10 years. And because we have so many questions, I want to just read this particular example. So in example number 1, we have somebody who likes to have relation building and collaboration. This is his strengths. His values are respect, excellence, discipline, caring for others, and generosity. His passions are animals or pets. His goal over ideal job will be what? Working with a healthcare organization, working on a developing therapy that helps people or animals. His purpose will be to lead a national initiative that influence the provision of alternative healthcare services to underserved and disadvantaged people. Who here doing alternative healthcare services in this group? Point to her, man. Okay? So if she can go and serve unserved and disadvantaged people, she will be making a back to the society. Potential organization will be a SEPACA, local non-profit veterinary clinic, Seeing Eyes Dog Society, non-profit clinic for homeless. And the potential role, welcome reception, greeting client, working as part of the team to make animals issue visible, working across organization, getting them to collaborate. also another example you have managing people, teaching and coaching. His values is teamwork, winning competition, optimism, growth. His passion is sport, entrepreneurship. His first job to work for a consulting firm that has high-tech startup as a client or working for a startup. His purpose will be to launch a successful business that employs my love of sport and leverage my technical expertise for online delivery and engagement. To deliver team leadership training service based on sports skills. His potential organization will be school, extracurricular sport programs, junior achievement, young entrepreneur society, local small business association. Potential role will be start a sport organization at school, teaching and coaching students on junior achievement projects, managing a small project of an entrepreneur organization. And this will be how you can position your skills and strengths towards a community bank. Why this is important? Why is this important for my business?
By this you mean the aligning of everything?
Yes. Why is it important to identify the organizations which I can serve them for free?
Because you're going to go in and volunteer with them.
And how this will benefit me?
So you're able to share it with the people that are going to be your clients, or the customers, etc., so they can see your values in action.
And how this will help my business?
It will make you visible.
Continuity with your brand.
It will make me visible, that's right. So just for your information, when your brand and stand for yourself are giving back to women shelters and kids in need, and we have an animal society we give them. And when we give back to these organizations all of our proceeds, it helps our cause, but also these people market our service and acknowledge what we do for them. So it's a win-win situation. I go to this organization, which fit my purpose, fit my business. I give them a little bit back. I know someone, she runs something called the Tooth Fairy organization. She equipped 1 million kids in Africa with toothbrushes. She distributed over Africa 1 million toothbrushes 2014. Her work is, she is like Mitch, writing technical protocols and technical operational manuals for dentists. So for dentists and the dentistry clinics, she runs her own operational manuals. About a very well-known public speaker, and beside her business, she established the Tooth Fairy organization. When she speaks publicly, she speaks about what? Tooth Fairy organization. When people hire her, they hire her for what reason? Because the Tooth Fairy organization gave her enough credibility and enough visibility in front of the dentist to hire her for her business. And she's one of the multi-millionaire profit or income per year by running it this way. So I know we are about money, and I know, I did not do the commercial, I will do the commercial, okay? And I know that we will always ask you guys to do a VIP upgrade, and right now we are also telling you that if you do a VIP upgrade, you will have another retake tomorrow, and you will not waste the energy and the effort, and you can join us in the morning and have more discussion about the website and whatever we are doing in the morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. You will support us and the venue so we can have more and serve other people and to explore the values. And you will benefit from what you will get on the VIP. And if you cannot do the VIP, you can pre-purchase our books or our cards to support the activity. So this is my commercial. But going back to the cause, if you can build a business and you have a cause attached to it, and people good well, and you give back some of your time, some of your revenue to this particular business, to this particular charity and not-for-profit organizations, you'll be surprised how much both of them will move forward. I know we are down in money, but if you think about it in this way, money will come. It worked with me, with so many others. Okay? So it's very important. Yes, sir.
So you said we give back and it gives us visibility. How far we can go in that visibility, like just on the website or on the resumes or somewhere, you know, where we can use that?
I can give you an example, which is an odd example. I know Andrea, and she's she's African American, and she likes to write about kids. So she goes to events in charity organization, and she does not charge any organization anymore. She talks about kids bullying. She has few books. She will attend there, and she will give the speak. And I was surprised that her ratio is about 4.2 books sold per head. Because at the end of her speech, people will come for her and will line up for her in Milwaukee and in the mid-US. And what will happen at the end of her speech? She will say, I am selling my books. And if you buy my book, I will sign it for you. And you can give it as a gift for Christmas. And what will happen after? The proceeds of this book will go to the cause. I know examples where we go to for example, we go to the mosque. And we spend the time in the mosque. And we have the Friday prayers, like Sunday prayer as well. And the guy who went, the priest equivalent, what he will say? He will acknowledge us. So and so from this organization. When I go to the synagogue, it's the same. When I go and volunteer during the Hanukkah in the synagogue, because I have God's friends over there, it's the same. They will actually acknowledge me better in synagogue and the church, the Coptic Church of Calgary, because I'm from different beliefs. When I come and attend with them, and we get cookies, we give them cookies, and we do the whole thing, you say, okay, these guys are just with us, they support us. And this will give us visibility. There are organizations which will give you some website presence. There are some organizations will give you, but it has to be organic. It cannot be that I ask my friend, because he runs the society, to put me on the website. Yes, sir.
I just want to acknowledge, I had lunch with Amir, and he is one of the biggest philanthropers I know. Like what he does for charities and for just helping people in general overseas and here. Talk to this man at some point before you guys leave this weekend. Everything you're talking about is total relevance to him. His pitch on the video is nothing compared to what he does from his heart. I was blown away. So I just want you to know what you're telling right now comes right to this guy.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
Thank you. So this is part, like what we went through today, we went through the last piece of our exercise. I'm sorry, I got emotional, which I shouldn't be, because I'm supposed to be professional speakers, but there are some stuff which get you emotional because you don't want to talk about what you do. So how to validate that there will be a demand for me in these organizations? How to validate that it's my passion to give back to the community will be in demand? Sir? What do you mean? How do I validate? Now we identify two examples, and you identify your passion. You identify specific organizations they may want to need your help. How you validate that your help is really in need? Call them. So please pick up your green sheet. Do you remember your green sheet? Which was what? Which I promised to learn and discover my missing skill set, and I commit to it. So please make an action that you first, if you did not complete the actual exercise, you first identify one or two charities or not-profit organizations, and you make a phone call and ask if you can volunteer and serve them We volunteered for lots of Syrians when they came over. I volunteered for the Calgary Immigration Service, Immigrant Service in Calgary. And when we had the Syrians came in here, away from the fact that we didn't like them to come in the same way they came, but we volunteered for them because they are human. So there is the Humane Societies. There are so many societies. You can go and say, would you like me to help you with the manuals for Mitch and for Nicole? Imagine what will happen. When they're bored, how they pick up their board? Are all these wealthy people on the boards, right? People running these companies. When these people will know that you are doing the work and go present there and show, oh, let me talk to this company. Why they want to help you with your business now? Because they know you are a big man with a big heart, a big lady with a big heart. Okay? It works. Believe me, it works. It worked with me before, it works. If you find a student chapter you want to have, like when we went in Actus was the same for us. When Anthony came from, we went to try to promote Enactus. We're trying to give our seminars under Enactus in Ambrose University. And they opened the venue for us. I think Elio was in this particular Southwest presentations. And they make advertising for us. They market our service. We may not get money from them. We didn't expect to get students to pay VIP because we know. But at the end of the day, it helps us in the vision. It helps the promotion. We have few extra links, few extra people who are coming over to check our website. And what we need for Google? Traffic, organic traffic. Not all of them are ads. That's right. So some of these activities, I know Elio is very active with the Chamber of Commerce, with few organizations. It helps. How many of you here have a meetup group? Or go to meetup? Or understand what's meetup.com? How many of you here have a link under his meetup? Meetup is it's excellent group because you have your profile, and in every group you join what you write, a blurb about you.
Right.
So how many people here are in like 5 meetups or less?
Or less.
5 meetups or more. 10 meetups or more. 15 meetups or more. 43 meetups.
So under your meetup profile, do you have the link to your website and you
Some of them.
there?
Yeah. And when I was publishing, I was rebranding myself in the legal area. I got my book with my photo on it. Till who? What's his name? Till Brad came to me and said, you should put your own photo. I know you know his brother. So I got my photo. If you go and Google my name, you will see majority of my photos now are this photo, which is the photos over my books. So I'm trying to brand myself as the winning guy. So what I did is I went to the AGRIC and I got a photo for $50. You guys got the photo for free. I take the photo, I made it my photos on my blog. If you go to my blog, you will see I have win your case and win your brand. I'm standing and I'm writing the top of my blog. This photo in particular is my photo on my Facebook, my LinkedIn. And you'll find 2 versions. One this pose and one the opposite side. The opposite side, a secret for you guys, I'm not active on them. I'm only active on the one with this orientation. I made a circle round around it to give it a little bit, but it's the same photo. And believe me, 3 days ago, my hair was not black. Because I don't look like this guy anymore. This was October last year. So I am branding this face because I like this face. People told me this face is welcoming. Don't have sunglasses. Don't have sunglasses. Because when you have sunglasses, you hide your identity.
Only when he's working.
No, I text people. And one of my good friends, the public speaker, she had a photo yesterday. She was standing. She looked, her face looked like this. And she had a big shadow behind her back. I gave her a private message that you please take off your Facebook photo. I'm proactive. And I hope that anybody here sees something wrong, I am doing it, or a wrong presence, or something will hurt me to give me advice because I believe all of you are my best friends.
You did that to me over Christmas. You made me take my picture down, remember? It's not how you brand yourself, Alex.
Yeah, Alex has a photo as well around Christmas.
Every time I put a picture.
And another lady I know, which is, I start to show her faces. This individual in particular, she is a leadership coach. And she went to have fun during the Christmas time, and she had not appropriate photo. I think it was one of these events. And somebody shared about her on Facebook. So within 2 hours, I text her on her private message, and I text her phone. How dare you to put this such a photo? And I put a snapshot of the photo. Within the 2 hours, she removes them from everywhere. It can hurt you. Remember, somewhere in the dialogue today, we discussed, we said, it's your professional business which is tied to your personal life. My friend who sells on Instagram, all her customers knows her grandma, her cousins, her brothers, her sisters, her aunties, everybody. Because people through Instagram goes inside your life. And if your life is like my running, I have a running mate which was running for the provincial election, and she was asked to go away from the election. And I know Ministry of Justice in Alberta who have been removed from the office running, getting away from the election for something. Once it goes out. So please be careful and please always remember your promise. Inside your promise green sheet, we talk about that's your, I promise I think of my personal brand as my calling card. Your personal brand, your Facebook profile. It's not your LinkedIn. People will look you up. When you talk today and said in the morning, I don't think anybody will come for coaching over the internet. Don't use your profile on the internet to be a magnet to push your client, your potential client away from you because you have the wrong stuff or you don't exist. That's right. How many of you will hire me for English editing after you saw my fancy writing, my correct spelling, and my accurate grammar? How many of you will hire me? Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You have good content.
Yeah.
So how many of you will hire me as potential public speaker or seminar leaders because of the content I provide? Okay? Now, what's my weakness? Is my English. So who I work with and who I cannot hire. So I have to partner with him. I don't like him. He goes to hike every single day for 1 hour. John McMahon. Once I found the quality in the guy which complimented me, I offered him, say, you know what about doing this business together as a partner? And when we do the business together as a partner, we are two brothers from two different mothers, care about each other. How many of you have this before? That's right. Because we have been grown in the same environment, that's right. We are two brothers from different mothers, but we help each other. So at this point, you should make a phone call to these organizations. And believe me, if you have the time, volunteer. Like if you are off work and you cannot find work, volunteer. Go to there is something called the Calgary Immigrant Services. They give me an award. I love them. There are plenty of people coming to Calgary, not from Arab regions, from all over. And this immigration service will help people, will get you exposed to people. When these people will settle, in 3 to 6 months, these people will be what? Your ideal clients. That's right. When they settle, they will be your ideal clients. So if you have time, you work on your branding, you work on your profile, you need to have interact. Work on your profile, go volunteer, and tell them, you know what guys, what do you think about my webpage? Because you help them volunteering, they will give you feedback and fix it. Okay? So, at the end of this particular section, you have some resources. Oh yeah.
I think Swile is right.
Finally you speak, everybody's quiet. The floor is yours, my friend.
No microphone, okay. First when I came to this country, I volunteered.
Sam, can you send him? So you can.
Microphone. You don't want it. Oh, really? It won't pick up on there.
First, when I came to this country, I volunteered for the schools as an electrician for 3 months. After that, I get a job. Right after 3 months, I get a job as an electrician. Now I have my own company. I'm successful man.
How long this was? When did you come?
95.
1995. So me and Sam, we came to Canada at the same time. 1995.
And we both succeeded.
We
Because,
both- well, we were-
because we helped.
Yeah. It works. It works. And as a university professor, when I was helping the student chapters, because I was the youngest professor in the university, I was always the youngest one to hire. I was the youngest coach, I was the youngest full professor. My passion was the young generation. Even Delena, when we connect on whatever we are doing, my passion is with this generation. This is the future of me. It gets me. It gets me also a speaking engagement. One time, I had a phone call because they want to cover, this is what's funny. I had a phone call from a friend, he said, Calgary Herald wants to have an opinion from an Egyptian individual on the unrest in Egypt. Would you like, if they come over to your house or your office, to take a Photoshop and they make a 15 minutes interview? Will your time allow you to do that? What's the answer for that?
Sure.
Yes, for sure. When? I'm available right now. So because I was dealing with the students in the university, the student chapter and the student association in the University of Calgary, when they contact the association, they ask for a referral or somebody from the community to speak about the unrest which happened in 2007, 2008 or 9 in Egypt. And the people came over, they took a photo of our TV on the wall. So when I went again after this for divorce, I had to prove what was in my house. So anyway, the story has a second chapter, which I don't like to talk about it. But this has happened to me more than one time. Quite often you need testimonials. How you get your testimonials?
Ask for them.
From who? You have no client. And somebody gave me a very good statement outside. It's not relevant to bring my husband to give me testimonials, or my friends, or my cousins, because Facebook made people aware of your life. They do know your relations. So now you need testimonials. Who can get testimonials to you? Somebody you can help. A good example of that is what? The guest people in the back who does not want to upgrade to VIP. We are helping them, and when we ask them to give us testimonial, I have to acknowledge Saru. Because the testimonial, we said, we give you questions and you answer them. Saru volunteered with a very strong, has an F-bomb in it, testimonial, which we have not been able to use it, but I was blessed away, like somebody really got here, he sees the value of what I'm doing. Now, if I go to Sarah and say, Sarah, would you mind sharing what you heard? Would you mind introduce me to 5 of your network? What you will do?
Yes, for sure.
Yes, for sure. Why? He saw the quality, he saw a little bit of me, he understands we have some level of ethics, because we do, and he likes the content. Much better than that. If I tell you who will be the most in need of our service, he will tell you. Remember, our job as a sales and marketing to sell ourselves is what? Sort through people. I am not here to sell you. I am here to sort who of here will be my client, who will be my next client, and who will be my ambassador. And by the way, there was a guy here yesterday who left after lunch because he didn't feel this content for him. Did you feel bad about it? No. Why? Because here, what I'm doing, I am sorting through people. I'm trying to show you what I do, what we can offer, what's our service. If you like it, you want to sign up for it, thank you very much. If you don't like it and you tell us it needs to be better, you tell us how we will fix it, and you say thank you very much. And if you like it but you cannot afford it, what you will do? You will give us referral, you will give us contacts, you will give us other people who might be our clients. So when you try to sell yourself, you have to remember one thing. You are sorting. You know what sorting means? You are sorting through individuals to see who is in need of your service now, who will be in need in the future, who is not aware of your service and would like to get it, and who will not like your service no matter who you are. because the statistics showed 30% of the people will say to your service no for the sake of saying no. And some of you was in one of our seminars, I'm not sure who, but you attended this seminar and we have an accountant who is no for the sake of no. You can tell from the minute he walked in, every interaction, every reaction, every slide we have, he will say no for the sake of no. So when people, 30% of our potential clients will say no for the sake of no because they don't know, what we say, God bless America, and you bless them after. You leave them alone and you try to focus on who? On your other clients. So this is my last learning for today, and then we will go for a coffee break, and then John will kick in. So just, our role is what? Sorting. Our role, our job, our how to get customers.
Is it to you?
Role. ROL. You have a grammar list.
Judging his writing, yeah. I can interpret his writing.
Our role is sorting, because the statistics said 30% of individuals will say no for the sake of no. How many here have been offered a service and decide at a certain point, he said no, I don't want this service, and 1, 2, 3 weeks later, or 1, 2, 3 months later, he found himself in need of this service? Can you give an example of this service? Nicole?
No, not off the top of my head.
What was the question?
Who here have been saying for a service or a product to buy no, and after 2, 3 weeks or some time, he found himself in need of this service? It will happen to everybody. Okay?
Furnace always break down and you throw flyers all the time, and then suddenly furnace break down and you say, where about the flyer came yesterday?
Okay? So on a spatial basis, 30% will say no for the sake of no. 30% are unaware, uncautious. They don't know you do exist. And these are the 30% we try to search and tap by Google ad and Instagram ad when you don't have an Instagram account. Because Google and Instagram and Facebook are stupid enough, when you run an ad, they will give it to your network. So first time I can share with you this story to give you an example how you can waste your money on Google and Facebook ad. So I ran a Facebook ad on Badawi Jawsiya. And it's $14 a week, $11 a week. I can afford that. Run it for 1 or 2 weeks. Who cares? I will not eat 1 meal a day. And I start to get phone calls and emails from my mom, my auntie. My auntie was so funny. She is in New York, Long Island, New York. I lived with her when I was in the States for some time. And then she started to call me, oh, it's a good job, Lulu. I said, who's Lulu? Oh, sorry guys. Lulu's my nickname when I was young. And I'm doing my ad to promote myself, and she started to write. Nobody call me Lulu here, okay? Don't I hate it? So when you talk to your network on your Facebook and you have aunties and grandma and cousins on your Facebook network, you advise them nicely, say, here friends and families, my Facebook is like I'm sitting on a table in front of Starbucks. All the visitors to my landing pages and my Facebook profile are people coming through my table. Whoever likes my page will sit on my table, have a coffee, and if they don't like me, they unfriend me. And I'm using it for business. If you say this statement to them, they will stop calling you Lulu. How many here is called Lulu in his life? They will stop calling you your nickname and putting your kid's photo and funny photo of you, okay? When your friends and your family understand you are using this for business, especially in people who cannot have jobs and they understand how difficult in Calgary, they will appreciate that. So when you do the ad, you are trying to target the unaware. The problem of Facebook ad is the first target of your ads will be who? your local network, your friends, which you literally can touch base on them by having multiple posts. Then there are the 30% who will be needing in the future. So to pick up an example on my best friend Juanita, on my best Juanita in my life, I have only one Juanita in my life, which I'm blessed with. She ran bookkeeping service, and she ran training for bookkeeping. So 30% of people, when they have startup companies, they will not afford or think they need bookkeeping. After 2-3 years, when business get complicated, and you as a potential speakers and business owners and people who are trying to build their brands to be like Tony Robbins and Les Brown and all everybody of my friend network in this area, you will realize after some time you need somebody to handle your back-end stuff. You need somebody to handle your invoices, your expenses, because you are running a personal business. And personal business, you need 4 qualities: head, heart, gut, and feet. That's right. And you don't possess more than 2. Or you are not doing more than 2. So eventually, there are 30% when they grow of the whole client, when their business will grow, will need something like bookkeeping. And then there are 7% will buy your service when needed. So when I go in the morning, I try to turn my car does not run. What I will do? I will now go to buy a new car. Is it true that I am shopping for new cars right now? The answer is no, because my car, is this a car? No, a car? Who's a car beeping outside?
Yeah. Your car misses you.
Okay. Very interesting synchronization. Did you design this? Okay.
I'm magic.
Whatever happens, just pretend it was on purpose.
So when we talk about 7%, there are 7% people out there. When their circumstances will change, they will be in need, they will come to you. They are aware of you. And then there are 3% of people who are currently buying your service from similar or you or from other competitors. So which one of these you should target? So if I label them A, B, C, D, E, which one of these I would target to make money right now? A. Which one of these should be my ideal target?
The ones in the future?
Any other contribution?
B.
E. The one which we target with our online presence and our messages and everything are this particular section. As a small business owner, as a newcomer to the game, as a people who are trying to play their own role, they offer their own programs. You don't have resources to compete with the establishment on the 3%. If you get 1 or 2, you are 1 or 2 clients, you are lucky. You don't have 3% competition. You don't want this competition. This competition will kill you. You cannot afford it. You will go out of business. You are trying to target 7 to 60%, so 67%. You are avoiding the bad apple. You are avoiding the nose. Does it make sense? Yes, sir.
I'd say your current client. I was misinterpreting the 3%. So your current clients are actually probably your #1 target, because those are the ones you can actually upsell to and actually use to promote yourself more, because they've already used your service. Your current clients are probably the best ones you want to go after initially. Not that you don't want to ignore the other ones, but your current clients are really...
No, but right now we are in a different position. Right now, promised to finish. I was in the last chart as planned, my friend, but I have to fulfill my friend.
Okay.
I know him before you. Oh, I'm sorry. I love you, but I love him too, okay? Sorry. So, the message we have here is we are brands. And we want to start a business from $0 by leveraging our brand. We assume that we have too few customers. And we have a different demographic. So if I want to market outside, I'm marketing to who? I am marketing for people who are buying from Grammarly. You know, I bought Grammarly to bug this guy. So I'm using Grammarly before I sent him the information. And he couldn't have said, how come your grammar and writing have been upgraded once? After a few weeks, I said, sorry, John, I used Grammarly now. And after I filtered them through Grammarly, I sent it to you. And he actually gave me better information than Grammarly. So he proved to me that human intervention with technical writing better than Grammarly. But are you selling to people who buy Grammarly right now? You can't. These people who are in Grammarly business, as a Grammarly brand, will cost you too much money to compete against the establishment. So if somebody is trying to sell self-healing, are you selling to the same client as Tony Robbins or Les Brown? Why? Because you cannot compete against the establishment. Business coaches. There is a company here called Business Coaching from 1992, before they discovered the word business coaching. Can you believe that? Do you believe that? I don't, because I was here in Calgary from 1999, 1995. I'm in Canada. I never heard about this business coaching. And I know the Jordanian owner, or the Lebanese owner as well. They never been called since 1992 business coaches. But anyway, can you compete against them? As individual coming to compete. Will you be interested? Will it be wise?
Because it's not wise to compete directly against them.
Why? Because we define our blue ocean. When we build our own brand, we have to define our blue ocean. What's the opposite to blue?
Red?
Orange?
Orange.
Wow.
And sea and water and oceans colors. I know you are maybe from Calgary and you maybe end up from Saskatchewan, which is much worse than Calgary. You know what's I like about Calgary? Everything. It's high, 3,000 feet above sea level. You have thinner air, not enough oxygen to. You have different pressure because it's really high. You have horizon around you, which is round because you are on a tip. So your horizon is basically smaller. But it's not, it missed one thing important for me. Waterfront, sea or ocean. So in ocean terminologies, we have blue ocean. What makes the ocean not blue? The blood of the fish. That's right. So we call it red ocean. When you compete against the establishment, which is we hope Donald Trump will win against the establishment. And I'm trying to jump over examples which is extreme. Because Donald Trump, I'm not with him, I know the guy, I don't like him or I like him, but I know him as a businessman. He is competing against the establishment. He is jumping into the red ocean. If you see his messages early on was about what? The blue ocean. Immigration. Wall. Stuff which is other people didn't talk about. He defined his own gaming area. If I define my own gaming area as branding, I'm not competing with anybody in Calgary. Because there is no single company in Calgary specialized in personalized branding. There is no single company in Calgary or maybe in Canada are willing to transfer somebody from common Canadian to be known as authors, speakers, book writers, having a program, selling their training within 6 months to 2 years. Other than us. We can make you as new peak and peak potential. We know the business. We have been doing it. I've been doing it myself with some people before. So if we are in this domain, we define our blue ocean. Who else can compete against us? But if we are the digital marketer, how many digital marketers do you know? So many. So when you try to brand yourself as a value understatement, you try to define your own blue ocean. Your new territories. Your field. If I am the same copywriter as anybody, I wouldn't know. And you know, for the last 16 hours we were together, I was always talking to Eli about, he's a business coach after business coach, he's accountant after accountant, he's not a bookkeeper after bookkeeper, because bookkeeping is different. The specializations they have are different. But when you go around, who you are? Financial advisor. For what? I know a friend of mine, he's a realtor, and he will give you service to get kids babysitters for you and your spouse to go make a decision about the house for 4 hours for free. This is service. And you'll be amazed how many individuals and families will buy from him. Why he's doing it? Because he's defining his own territories. Is anybody competing in the business of being realtor who offer kids babysitting service? How many? Few numbers. And the problem with this particular idea is I'm over time. I know I'm off script, but I'm off time. Off script? Do you want me to continue?
You gotta finish now.
Sorry?
Finish
You,
this
you,
story.
you can't leave us hanging.
You can't say come back there and tell the rest later.
So, the problem we see is, I call it, in Arabic we call it kunafa problem. Because in the Egyptian world, when you start a new store selling pastry, everybody will open beside you to sell pastries. They use the gold, I see some head shaking in the back. They use the gold shop model. So when you have a successful business, everybody will copy you. So when you define your blue ocean, so many people will copy you. The other day I had people having sessions on how to win your business and how to win your brand. And we laughed. You know why I laughed? Because I own the trademark of win your brand. Anybody is using one brand, with my knowledge in the federal court, I will get into court. I do the setup right. All my accounts are .com, and they are registered trademarks. And we don't, these guys would not talk about anything outside our individual groups before proper registration for our business, having all the websites, having the trademark registered with the government of Canada. And the question here will be for you, what's your business, Christiana?
The website is called.
What's your business name?
To get
What's the business name? Calgary what?
Calgary Energy Healing Touch.
Okay. Do you have trademarks on it?
No.
Okay. She doesn't have trademarks on it. Which means if she is successful, somebody else can take this name and offer the same service. And it happened to one of my good friends, lawyers, called Jeffrey Wise. He used to run something called Wise Divorce. This guy is the best lawyer I ever met. Former bar associations. And then he had a new partnership 4 years ago. Somebody in town here owns withdivorce.ca. And he went and he filed trademark last year using his ex-wife, because his ex-wife is a trademark agent. That's a complex story. And when I met him back, I said, Jeff, what are you doing? You are a lawyer. You don't know that before starting a business, you have to trademark your name. We have also another friend here called John McDonald. And somebody else in Edmonton has John D. McDonald as a business. So trademarking names is very important. $250 fees to the CIBO. We can help you with the template, how you put it. You keep adding, in 4 years you will have it. It takes 3 to 4 years if you do it yourself. It's only $250, no more than that. Yes, ma'am?
Since I looked at it, I am registered with Alberta, and I got different, so my business name is registered with Alberta.
What?
But I registered with Alberta, and I got different answers, contradictory answers as to whether to register with Canada, so all provinces, or whether to register just with Alberta.
that a registered trade name or trademark?
I will lead. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different thing.
Okay, we are about Blue Ocean and Red Ocean. I will get to your question. We are with Blue Ocean and Red Ocean. So in Blue Ocean mode, you have to define your niche or the unique of your service. Domino's is about fast pizza, never about pizza. Banago is a specialty pizza. We can go more and more. You have to avoid Red Ocean where it's high competitors. The problem right now, over time, more fishes will come to your own Blue Ocean because you are here the only fish. And we draw it as third fish because you are the shark in your Blue Ocean. But all of these fishes, which is the competitor, coming to your ocean. So how will you protect the territories of your ocean? We protect them by registering a business, which is what you talk about. What I'm talking about is the second level, is registering a trademark. In Canada, we are lucky enough to be Canadian. Like there's so many reasons for me to be proud being Canadian. Because trademarks in Canada is $250 and you can do it yourself. You can also write a book with the title, you want a trademark. And we can show you how you can get an ISBN in Canada for free. Because the ISBN in the US will cost between $10 to $50. In Australia, about maybe $500. But in Canada, you can get an ISBN for your book for free. Okay? You can also sign up with the CIRA as .ca website, because the CIRA under the Canadian legislation has a different protection. So we are the experts in this area. And unfortunately, or fortunately, my expertise exceeded lawyers, and I'm suing lawyers to stop their business in this particular area, which will cost you $250 to maybe $1,000 to protect your territories. Okay? You can copy in Canada, you can copy your material, copyright your material by registering somewhere for $50. So this is how you protect your territories. If you register your company, I recommend you to register it in federally, not in Alberta. Because when you register it in Alberta, anybody can register the same name in different locations. Tomorrow we'll talk about how to franchise your business. How to build programs and certification which you can franchise all over the world. So if you want to franchise your business to the Canadian territories, which is the best thing you can do for now, or we believe we can do, and somebody will have the same name. It will be, you cannot go to these particular provinces, you'll be under threat. You have a risk of being sued. And I can tell you my last story, and I have to start with this story. We know there was a small company, once upon a time, there was a small company. This company called Esso. After this company had been in business for so long, do you know this company? What used to sell? Gasoline. Did you drink the gasoline? Have you ever attempted to drink gasoline? Once upon a time, this company was established. They found out a small mom-and-pop shop in, I think in Arkansas or somewhere, in a very little town of few thousand people. It has the same name. So they cannot put business in this particular area. Okay? So they decided to go and change the name to something else. After everybody knows them, they changed the name to what? How much did it cost them to change the name? How much?
Millions.
How many million? Jordan Warren got $50 million which equivalent right now to more than 300 million or 400 million dollars to find the name. Why? Because they are international company. Why? Because they go and see this name in every single language, in every single territory, in every single shop, in every single market, to figure out that this name does not mean something. There are few words in Arabic. If I tell to this guy from Iraq, he will punch me in the face. And there is a word in Egypt about active kids. If we say it in Jordan, which is on the territories, we will be killed in the street. Because it means a word here in English, it starts with F and the second word will be with F. But in Arabic, in our dialect, it's a very good word. This is how toxic this particular names are. Within 2 hours of launching this name, what's wrong about this name? In early 30s, 40s, there was an agent known as Double X in the Arabian show. And Double X is the agent for the German, working for Hitler, which is the Nazis, which we don't like. So someone said, oh my God, it's a Double X company, and they screw up the whole thing. So I tell this story in this way to stick in your head and make it memorable. That whenever you pick a name for your business, no matter, you cannot afford $50 million, it may be the wrong name. Don't feel sorry, but also don't feel attached to it. If we come and tell you, if you want to brand your business right, remove the word Calgary, remove this one and do something else, listen to us. We have more expert. Be open and listen. So when you have these particular names, you have to trademark them. And we will talk more and more about this. There's particular people who will continue the journey with us. Any questions for me? We are late for coffee, so I have to rush to.
Yeah, just before coffee. No, I'm talking before coffee.
Remember, I'm the W, I'm the 6th W.
I know, but I'm following. Just a bit of a reminder for the break, for those of you who have taken video and you've been sitting here this afternoon thinking, oh my God, what did I do? There's an opportunity, that one last opportunity, when Eda's going to be at the back. If you want to do retakes, if you want to upgrade so that you can get videos cheaply, and so you can upgrade to a VIP package, and you'll be able to do retakes tomorrow. But before we go too far, there was one VIP that we didn't recognize yesterday. Nicole signed up and we didn't recognize you, right? Please. So
Nicole, you have a blue folder, and you deserve a red folder. Do you like to have a blue ocean or red ocean competition? So you keep it blue. Remember, whenever you talk about your business, you talk about the blue. You are the writer for this particular individual. You have to define it as blue ocean. Remember the folder. If you forgot, look at the folder, and you tell us why we didn't give you a red ocean. Oh, sorry, a red folder.
didn't give you a red ocean. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay, one time before we go, high five. I will be blue.
I will be blue. I will be blue.
Coffee time, 10 minutes.
Well, you are. There you go. I said so. And so it is.
Yes. I walked about 10 kilometers a day.
Surface,
Yeah.
but actually I wanted to go blue as my
An hour in the morning, an hour at night. I do about 5 days an hour. Got it. Yeah. I've always had a dog. Yeah.
colors selected.
Well, yeah, I walk the dog every
Very
day.
generous.
And so like she
Fondness kind
needs
of
2
favors
walks a
one
day.
particular color.
We give her
North
2 walks a
America,
day.
they
She
tend to like
never makes an ounce of mess in the house. And so I walk in the morning, I walk in the evening.
You live by Glenmore Reservoir?
No, I don't. I live down by Bradwood. I live down in Bradwood. And so I moved
Spain
from
is
Millbrides
yellow
initially,
red,
which was a little bit closer to Fish Creek.
South America
But
is
there's
yellow red
a
too.
stroll in the neighborhood and it takes like a little path.
Green or something, I don't know, I
Like
forget
walk
now,
about
but
4
yeah.
and a half, 5K
But
at a
yeah.
time. And I'm happy.
I know it's a silhouette.
Yeah, they're not lost in a while. Oh, yeah. dog, we bought her in Korea.
Oh, yeah, you go.
And so like we brought her from
So
Korea.
that's a long
So-
trip. Was it, it was almost in the cabin?
In the cabin, yeah. And so like,